dirty Baha, son's dirty Baha, son's dirty Baha. Gun, Henzi, son's Hey, you talk number 3. So that in the beginning right there, that's kind of what I do every single day. I try to do that anyway. Well, I mean, I do every day. Prayer book, all that stuff. I didn't meditate today, so I kind of turned it on the end of there. Not to confuse you, this is the same day as the second episode. I just changed my shirt and everything, and then I did most of my prayer, and then I clicked on the end, so I could wrap it up real quick. I try to meditate for like 20 minutes or something like that. Every day, like I said in the last video, I point towards the Ganges River, which is actually like that way. Like I'd be pointing this way, but you know, when you get it's a little forgivable for me. It's not a real religion, so I don't believe in a God technically. But it doesn't matter what I believe, does it? It matters what we believe, not me. So anyway, for this episode of You Talk, Life of Pi, great book. I'm saying great, man. I love this book. I do. There's some people who don't like it because of the ending. It kind of wraps up a little quick. I don't want to say spoiler alert because I hope I don't release any spoilers, but you know I might because I'm just talking. There's no script. So kind of spoiler alert, right? The ending kind of wraps up quickly, it seems, especially in the movie, if you've ever seen the movie. But I still love this book. I mean, unlike most books where I'm like really into the book, I'm not watching the character in the Life of Pi. In Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings or something, I'm watching these characters do great things, and I really want to be them, or I want to be in their world. I'm immersed in their world. In the Life of Pi, I was Pi. I felt like I was Pi. I could imagine. I could see everything. It was amazing while I was reading it. I only read it for a couple days, too. It was a pretty fast read for me. I finally got to it. I know maybe I was talking about the first episode. I finally got to it. And you know what? The guy in it, and this doesn't take you long to figure out in the book, so this isn't really a spoiler. The guy in it was a Hindu Catholic, well, not Catholic, he's a Hindu Christian Islam. He believed in Islamic too. He worshipped all three. He prayed 5 times a day. Well, he didn't. I don't know if he did pray 5 times a day on the boat. I don't think he did, but he prayed 5 times a day before he got on the boat. Anyway, he believed in God and Jesus Christ and all this stuff, and that's beautiful. That's beautiful to me, anyway. That's absolutely beautiful. It's just as beautiful when you worship your religion specifically, but when you really like get into all of it, when you understand other people's religions, you can see where they're coming from. All that communication is beautiful, and that's what I want to see in these comments. Basically, I want you guys to talk. You gotta talk. When you watch this video, don't just watch it and bypass it. Don't just be like, "Oh, that was a cool video about a kid" or whatever. Write something. I don't care what the heck you write. You know. If you can think of a name for us, write it down in the comments. If you want me to do something, write it down in the comments. If you want me to read a book, write it down in the comments. If you are reading a book, you think it's great, write it down in the comments. If you have a favorite Bible verse, I don't care. I don't care at all. Just write something. Do something. Don't just sit there. Don't just sit there and bypass it on the internet. Okay? Do something. That's what this is all about. Right? Anyway, back to Life of Pi. Back to Life of Pi. What I love about that book is just like it says, it is supposed to teach you what faith is. It's supposed to, you know, like even if you don't believe in it, it's fine. It teaches you what faith is, though. Because you hear this whole beautiful story. And then you hear this other story that seems more realistic. And it's up to you which one you want to believe. Do you want to believe the more realistic one with the more concrete factual evidence? Or do you want to believe this beautiful thing? Right? And not that, I'm not down in atheism. I think maybe the author was kind of getting at that tone, where he was saying, well, atheism's kind of less beautiful. But of course it's not, the cosmos and little specks of particle creating Earth and all that. That's beautiful to me too. But, I really loved, because it just, the point was that it taught you what faith was. What the essence of believing in something was. And it was wonderful. Don't just listen to me. If you're against what I'm saying, that's fine. But read the book, because the book's great. It had a great line in it. I love this line. And I'm not against agnostics particularly, but it was a great line. In the book, he went over a few times that Pi was against agnostics. He didn't like agnostics because they didn't try to do something. They didn't come to a conclusion. And one of the great lines in it was picking doubt as a mode of philosophy is like picking immobility as a mode of transportation. And that was the best line in the book. It was right in the beginning too, but it was the best line in the book. I love that line, and I'm probably going to remember my whole life now. So, and that was great. So it was a great book, and you should all read it and talk about it. If you're going to read it, talk about it. Don't just read it. Like I said, don't just bypass the video. Write something about the book, and write about your favorite line, write about your favorite passage, write about how you changed it, write about why you didn't like it. I don't care. Talk about it. In fact, for my next video, if there are any comments, I'll read them. I mean, probably I'll do that anyway, until we get, like, tons of comments. But put them down. We'll talk about it next time, too, if you really want to. Put something down. Read the book, put something down. It'll be like a month before I write another one of these. So let's go. Crap. Now I've lost my train of thought. I was talking about Life of Pi. Then I was talking about the great quote. Oh, beauty. That's what I was going to say. I was talking about the cosmos and all that. I was thinking about the beauty. Something I thought of. Not giving myself credit, but it's something I thought of. Beauty, right? This is a problem. This is how I see. This is another problem with, like, I don't believe in God. I believe in God. I believe in this type of creation. You believe in this type of creation. And then they'll fight and all that. The fighting bit is the part that I really don't like at all. Like, even a little. Right? I mean, I'm a pacifist first off, but besides that, I mean, it's just not right to fight about beliefs like that, Talk about your belief, you talk about your belief, grow each other's beliefs. Do not argue each other's beliefs. What's the point of that? Of course, constructible arguing, good thing, but like yelling and, you can see the difference between anger and help, right? Can you see the difference? You gotta make sure you differentiate, though. Anyway, so beauty. Here's the thing. Christians believe, well, not just Christians, lots of religions, believe God created the universe. They think that everything is beautiful by God's hand. That is like a masterpiece, an artwork or something. Or at least the ones that really think of it as beauty. And I can see that. I can see, like every creature is perfectly sculpted, and this is evidence of God and all that, and it's beautiful things created. How can any, man make that? Well, they can't, That's what's so beautiful. And the best sculpture doesn't even compete to just looking at the thing. It's absolutely wondrous. And that's evidence of God, right? And then, in all of the a lot of Eastern faith, the universe is all connected, and that's beautiful. We're all one soul. We're all one being. And we're all part of this beauty, and that's a beautiful way of looking at it. And then atheism, and some agnostic, and humanitarians, and stuff like that, where all the people are made of these tiny little bits of stardust. I mean, think of that. The cosmos. Everything out there. The whole universe. And it all makes us little bits. Just our little insignificant beings, and we're alive for this little short period of time. That's beautiful in itself. See, there's different ways of looking at it, but really, we're all looking at beauty, aren't we? Right? I mean, we're all seeing this beautiful thing. So why argue about it? Why not just talk about your different versions of beauty? Say, well, we're all seeing beauty, so it's all beautiful, isn't it? It doesn't matter how you believe in it. It's all beautiful. Yeah. And that's kind of how I got it. I think I got that feeling from Life of Pi. I'm also reading the autobiography of Gandhi. If you haven't read some of that, at least, it's a long book. I haven't got through. It's been months of me just like reading a chapter here and there. he's a lovely man. If you don't know, Gandhi is great. If you don't already know that, you should look him up a little. He's a great guy. He's absolutely amazing. And his autobiography just, is awesome too. We get to read the words of Gandhi, so that's a great book too. And I'll talk more about that when I'm finished, when I'm actually done. Life of Pi, though, I mean, oh my god. I wish I could just keep reading that book over and over again. I wish I owned that book. I don't own it. It was from my teacher. My teacher, I walked up, I said I was reading The Life of Gandhi. I said I wanted to learn more about, religion and stuff. She's like, here, read this book. Took me like a month to get to it, got to it. Amazing. Absolutely awe-inspiring. I wish I could describe it in words, but you should, I don't know if everyone's going to love this book as much as I did, but I freaking loved it. So, go and at least try to read it, if you will. And then talk about it, of course. Always talk about it. That's the point. Talking is key. I'm just sitting here blabbering away, but you can get on the comments and talk as well. So, this episode's going to be a little shorter, just because, I already did one today, and you guys already know what I'm talking about here. And like I said, we'll try to get a new setup. Maybe we'll do like a prayer thing in the beginning, just like start with a meditation. I'm not really sure. We're getting closer, though. I'm getting closer in my mind of how this is going to be. And currently, it's kind of still like the journal setup. I'm sure I can think of more ideas to talk about. We've talked about the life of Pi. We've talked about my religion. We've talked about no hate over the internet, which I think is the biggest one, most important. If you haven't seen the first episode, you should probably go back to it. Probably watch them all. They're all pretty connected, I think. I hope. And then comment, man. Come on. Or woman. Or, whatever. Yep. Oh, another thing. Real quick. Today, I participated in, what was it? The silence for gay and lesbian and all that gibberish. The silence where I wore a red band or red duct tape, and I was silent all day until after school, of course. And I think, that is a good idea for us to try. Maybe in the future, maybe like a day without talking. I'll even post a video without talking. I'll hold up like signs or something like that. A day without seeing or hearing. Those things can help grow your individual. See things from different perspectives. That's a key. That's a big key to growing your own person. Because you see things from all these different perspectives, and then you can grow your uniqueness. Uniqueness, you talk, come on. So, I think we're going to do that or something like that. But, for now, comment below, subscribe. I guess that would be below too, I was going to say above. Right. Look up more videos above. Subscribe below, comment below, and read The Life of Pi. That's what I got to tell you. So, third episode. See you later. Peace out.